Hey guys, this is Kay. So the third stage of genocide is dehumanization. Now, dehumanization is something that we have talked about before in class. It's taking away someone's human traits. Now, of course, human traits aren't a concrete, literal thing. This is when we kind of start to consider people less than human, or at least less human than ourselves. So what happens during dehumanization is one group denies the humanness of another, sees the other group as less than human than themselves. And when we do this, we kind of think that we are more deserving of human treatment than somebody else. When we dehumanize, we start to equate the other group with animals or vermin or insects or even disease, things that of course are not human beings. Now, the question is, why do we do this? Well, on a societal level, it helps us overcome our natural aversion to murder. We don't want to murder people. It's not in our DNA. We can't handle it. It's really hard to deal with. And you know what? It makes us feel bad, or society says it's bad, when we treat other people poorly. Now, what happens on an individual level is it helps eliminate our guilt. Yes, secondary reasons we dehumanize is to push people down or make ourselves feel better, but the bottom line is we don't want to feel guilty for hurting somebody who is just like us. So what we do is we dehumanize, we equate them with animals or vermin or insects and disease, which allows us to feel like, well, I'm not really mistreating a human being. I am doing something to something less than human. This stage starts to put a value on the groups. As you remember from stage 1 and stage 2, we classify and we symbolize. We just have groups. There's not better, not worse, they're just groups. But when we dehumanize, we start to see that our group might be better, or we start to think that our group is better than the other group. Now, just like I said with stage 1 and 2, symbolization, classification, and symbolization, this is just a seed. This usually does not grow into a genocide. Think about your daily life and how much dehumanizing language that you hear on the daily. It just happens. It doesn't mean we're going to have a genocide. Remember, I used the example of s'mores. Dehumanization is one of those things that just because you have it doesn't mean that you're going to have a genocide, but you have to have it in order to have a genocide. Kind of like chocolate marshmallows and graham crackers. If you have them, doesn't mean you're going to have s'mores, but in order to have s'mores, you have to have them. Hope this makes sense.